Howdy folks, hope everybody doing real good. Pork carnitas on the menu this evening. All kind of ways to make these. Most people throw a pork shoulder in a crock pot with some seasonings and pull it out and call it carnitas. We're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it the right way today. We're going to braise this pork shoulder, this cubed pork shoulder, up in some lard. That's how it's supposed to be done. The lard is a carrier to infuse this pork with all these seasonings we're going to put in there. And it's not a whole lot of ingredients actually to this. It's more about process. And to me, it's like three phases. The first phase, we're going to drop, that's about 3 pounds of cubed pork shoulder in some hot lard and just let it sear. And then we're going to get some water, some lime juice, and lemon juice in there and let this simmer for about an hour until those water has evaporated. And this is going to turn kind of a nice brown color. At that point, we'll move off to the third phase. We're going to get some seasonings in there. All that'll be down in the description, along with some bay leaves, quite a bit of garlic, sliced onion. We're going to get us a Mexican beer. Got that Modelo, good stuff. We're going to get some of that in there. And then imported Mexican Coca-Cola, which is important because that's sugar-based rather than cornstarch crap that we have here. And then we'll let this braise, for a couple of hours, and that lard is going to take all these seasonings and really just carry it into this meat and make it nice and tender and season it. Once it's nice and tender, we'll pull it out, get it chopped up. I'm going to put some tacos together. Let's get to cooking. All right, we got a couple of cups of this lard heated up over here, about a medium fire. We're going to go ahead and start dropping this pork in. Now I'm going to let this go about 15 to 25 minutes, and I'm not going to fool with it. Just let it sit there. What I'm trying to do is just render some of the fat out of this pork right now and start kind of searing it up a little bit. It's been going here about 25 minutes, and you can see the pork is starting to brown up, and that's what we want. We just want to sear it off a little and get what fat is in this pork rendered out, and the water and moisture in the pork evaporated. So we are just sizzling in pure lard at this moment. And we're going to get some citrus in here. I took this orange and quartered it up. And I'm just going to squeeze it in here. And then drop the peel in. We got some lime. I'm going to put about 3/4 cup of water in here. Now, this is being cooked in lard. If this was vegetable oil or other cooking oil, you wouldn't want to do that because you'd have a major explosion. Alright, I'm going to let this go here about an hour with the lid off. I'm going to come in here about every 15 minutes and just kind of stir this around a little bit. So we've got that water in there, and that water is acting as a braising agent, pushing this orange juice and lime juice that's a natural tenderizer, basically pushing it into the pork and tenderizing it. And once the water and lime and orange juice is evaporated, we're going to be left with just the lard, and that's going to continue to cook this pork until it's nice and golden brown. Once that happens, we'll go to the third phase of adding some seasonings and some herbs, Coke, some beer, make it extra good. See y'all back shortly. Alright, we've been going about 50 minutes, and you can see we're nice and brown. And the sugars have came out of the fruit, and they're starting to caramelize around the edge of this pot. I'll let it probably go here another 5 minutes, brown up a little bit more, and then we'll get some goodies in here. We're going to go in with a small sliced onion. We're going to get these seasonings in here. And that's some black pepper, there's some cumin in there, some oregano, a little bit of thyme. The ingredients and the amount will be down in the description. Oh, that's smelling good. We're just going to let those seasonings fry there about 30 seconds, bloom out real good. Got 3 bay leaves, we're going to drop them in. And I've got some smashed garlic. This was about 6 or 7 cloves. Get that in there. We're going to go in with this Coca-Cola. I'll put about half a bottle. We're going to get our beer in. We'll put about half a bottle of that in there. Maybe a little more. Yeah, I'm going to put the whole bottle in. There's some chili powder in that seasoning blend as well. You have some nice hot dehydrated dried chilies. You can throw a few of them in there if you wanted to add some heat and spice to this. Let this come back up to a little simmer. Alright, we're going to let this simmer about an hour, maybe 2 hours. It doesn't matter. We're just looking to get this pork nice and tender. Once it's nice and tender, we'll get it out of here and it'll be done. See y'all back shortly. Alright, this has been going for about an hour, and we are very tender. So it kind of just depends on how big of a meat chunks you have. It may take a little less time, may take more time. I always kind of cut my chunks a little bit smaller because you have more surface to get nice brown, and I think that's where a lot of the flavor is. I'm just going to pull this out of here and set it over in the strainer and kind of let it drain. And there's our braised pork carnitas. Gonna be extra good. Beautiful color. Very tender, savory, and a little bit sweet. Let's get it chopped up. gonna make some good tacos, that's for sure. I'm going in here and give this a hit. Oh my goodness. My goodness. I think I'd take that over Hickory Pit barbecue. It is really good. It's so tender. The flavor's just phenomenal. Get some little tacos put together. You gotta have that pico. A little cheese crumble. Some tomatillo sauce. A little lime juice. Brighten it up a little bit. Go ahead and give this a hit. Pork carnitas. Man, that is delicious. I'm gonna have to give out silver approval. This regular folks approve. And that's it, folks. It's basically Mexican style pulled pork. And I tell you what, it is delish. Outstanding. Till next time, peace.